What's up everybody, it's Kelsee Briana J here with a review on the Milani 2-in-1 Foundation plus Concealer. And I decided to pick this up on a whim when I was in Walgreens one day, and I actually really like it. I know that they sell this at MilaniCosmetics.com and also at Walgreens.com and at some select Walgreens. This foundation is a newer one in Milani's overall makeup line. Milani is a drugstore brand, but to me they offer superior cosmetics, and I feel like a lot of their stuff in their line is just like so high quality, so I really enjoy it. Getting this foundation, I knew that it was going to be a quality drugstore foundation. The only problem that I have with a lot of drugstore foundations is that they don't make my color, so I have to purchase more than one and mix it. But when I was looking at this one, I kind of looked from the bottom and I was like, this really looks very similar to my skin tone. Lo and behold, this is my perfect color. This one is 07 Tan. This foundation looks so beautiful. They advertise it to a medium to full coverage foundation. However, whenever I apply it, I do find that it gives me full coverage. I like to apply this foundation with my beauty blender because I feel like that allows me to really sheer it out, and also it picks up any of the excess foundation, so it's not going to be very cakey, which is something you do have to keep in mind when applying this foundation, because I feel like because of how thick it is, it can go from looking natural to cakey really fast. Obviously, I have the foundation on here, and I will insert a clip of me applying the foundation. That way you can really see how it applies, and honestly, you don't need a whole lot at all. When I applied this foundation, I just applied like maybe 2 pumps, and then I have some areas where it's a little bit of discoloration, so I applied a little bit more there. But other than that, you're not going to need a lot of this foundation. This foundation retails for $9.99, but since it is sold in drugstores such as Walgreens and Milani, you can oftentimes find a coupon code, or you may have Walgreens points, or it may even be on sale. So you may be able to get this foundation at an even cheaper rate. This foundation says that it is oil free. They said that it's lightweight. Once I have it on the skin, I don't feel it at all. It does feel really nice and comfortable. And I've worn this foundation probably about 5 or 6 times, and every time I always get complimented on it because it's just very smooth and it evens out my complexion. I really like how it applies. It almost gives me like a satin finish. It is not super matte. It gives me a really pretty dewy finish even though it's full coverage. I do set this foundation with the powder just to ensure the longevity of it, because I feel like if you don't, then this foundation can begin to look a little bit oily throughout the day. But that's no different than a lot of my higher end foundations that I also set with the powder all the time. This one also says that it's long wearing, water resistant, and sweat proof. I wouldn't necessarily say that it is water resistant, because I did go ahead and try it when I got in the shower one day just to see like how water resistant is it, and it does rub off. So I'm not going to say that it's waterproof, but it does last a good while. I would not wear this foundation if I were swimming, because I did find that it is not water resistant. Now I will say that this foundation does oxidize throughout the day, so when you first apply the foundation, it may appear to be a touch lighter than it's going to be in the next like maybe 10 minutes. I was happy to find that it did not oxidize to be orange. Whenever your foundation oxidizes, it either turns orange or red, which really makes the undertone wrong, and you can really see a line of demarcation from your face to your neck. This one does not do this. It does get just one, like almost a half a shade darker once it starts to dry down. Other than that, I don't have any qualms about this foundation. Like I said, it says Conceal Perfect. So it's a 2-in-1 foundation plus concealer. So you are able to have a dual purpose for this foundation. However, I do use a separate concealer just because I like to have dimension in my face. So if you're using your foundation as a foundation and a concealer, and you're not varying the color that you're using, you may notice that your face looks just very flat and one-dimensional. So you kind of want to have something to really accentuate your features and just highlight your face. So if you were going to use this foundation as a concealer and a foundation, I would recommend that you get different colors. That way, if you have like a lighter color, it just really makes your face look more highlighted, and it makes your features look more structured. I have 2 colors here. This one is the color 07 Sand, and I'll go ahead and swatch it, and that way you can see. So I did not even half a pump, and you can see how thick it is. It's on the back of my hand, and where I pumped it is where it is. It has not moved at all. When you rub it in, you're not going to see any of my hand underneath. That's how you know that this foundation is pretty full coverage. And then I have another color. This one is in the color 12. My mom ended up buying this color, but it was a little bit too dark for her. But I told her that I was going to use it in this review. That way you guys can see at least one more color. This one is Spice Sand. So it's about 6 or 7 shades darker than I am, but you can see how this color is really pretty, and it has like a really nice yellow undertone, which is really hard to find in the deeper shades, because a lot of times when you're going the deeper the shade, a lot of makeup companies like to put a lot of red in it, and that's really unfortunate because a lot of deeper complected women are not red undertones, but this one has a nice golden undertone to it, so I thought that was super nice. But I 100% recommend that you check out this foundation. They have a great variety of skin tones. I'm in 7. They go from 1 to 12. All of the locations will not carry all of the shades, so I've been told by my mom, but you are able to find all of the shades online. So I guess they send, if your store carries Milani, they'll send whatever foundations they feel like will sell to that demographic, so you may or may not have to order. But I definitely recommend ordering this foundation. It's really inexpensive to get such a quality product, and I 100% recommend it. Like I said, I'm wearing it right now, and I've been wearing it pretty consistently for the last week or 2 weeks, and I have loved it. I have not noticed that it has made my skin break out or any irritation when using this, so I'm in love with it. It is slightly scented, but I really like the scent. It's a very, very calming scent. I can't quite put my finger on what the actual fragrance is. It smells pleasant. But if you're a person that does not like any fragrance whatsoever in your foundation, then you may want to skip this one. But other than that, I really like it. Let me know if you tried this foundation down in the comment section. Don't forget to thumbs up this video if you like really quick reviews like this, where I just come in, I tell you boom, 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 I like it, I like it, I like it. Or I don't like it, I don't like it, I don't like it. And I will talk to you guys later. Make sure you follow me on all of my other social medias where I update a little bit more frequently, and you can kind of keep in touch with me in my everyday life. And I will talk to you guys later. Smooches!